Hello everyone and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host Brandon Rosa and thank you for joining me. There's been a lot of good things happening in the county, so let's get right into our top news stories. Frederick County hosted its annual Deaf History Month ceremony, bringing together community members to honor the deaf and hard of hearing community and reflect on both its history and its future. The event, in partnership with the Maryland Deaf Community Center and the Maryland School for the Deaf, featured a proclamation from County Executive Jessica Fitzwater and a panel discussion from local residents. The ceremony was held at the Arc of Frederick County. You can watch the event on demand at frederickcountymd.gov/video. Frederick County has a new champion speller. Vivon Chintawar, an 11-year-old 5th grader at Sugarloaf Elementary School, won the Frederick County Spelling Bee after correctly spelling Indurate in the 30th round. The victory earned him a spot in the Scripps National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. this May. The competition, held at Hood College, began with 27 elementary and middle school students. By round 7, only 4 finalists remained, competing through multiple rounds before the field narrowed.
First, I studied all the words. I studied their definitions as well. Then me and my parents did like an oral version where I spelled the words and then they did like a multiple choice. And then I did the definitions, all 4,000 again, and then I just did it for fun. I think the hardest part was when the vocabulary rounds came up. That was the hardest part. Or the off-script words. I just like spelling a lot. I just wanted to see how it worked out, and it definitely worked out well.
Organized by Frederick County Public Libraries, the annual event challenges students' spelling and vocabulary skills through rigorous rounds of competition. The Frederick County Chamber of Commerce hosted the 2026 Public Safety Awards, recognizing the law enforcement, fire and rescue, and emergency service professionals who protect the community each day. The annual event honors individuals who demonstrated exceptional bravery, heroism, and service beyond the call of duty. Each year, awards are presented to police officers, firefighters, EMTs, 911 communicators, and other public safety personnel who contribute to keeping Frederick County safe. The 2026 ceremony continued a long-standing tradition of celebrating those who place service before self while safeguarding homes, businesses, schools, and families across the county. A few weeks ago, community members hosted a parade to celebrate Transit Worker Appreciation Week, which is from March 12th to March 18th. The team here at FCG-TV was on site to capture all the fun, and they had the chance to talk with staff from Transit to learn more about this special week. Let's hear what they had to say.
We are here at the Transit Center today for the Transit Worker Appreciation Parade. This has become an annual event celebration during Transit Worker Appreciation Week. The Transit Parade started as an idea to celebrate the drivers in different ways, and it's grown significantly. People look forward to this. They ask us about it every year, and honestly, I send an email out and people show up. It's important to celebrate Transit Worker Appreciation Day because it reminds the drivers that we appreciate them, and it also reminds the community how much transit does. It's often, I feel like, one of those thankless jobs, and so this is a minor way to show our appreciation.
Feels good because I'm doing something for the community, serving people, moving people around. Made me feel good.
Yeah, the transit is a good person to work for. People help you out. They really care about us and they look out for us. So.
The transit drivers provide an essential service to people who need transportation or people who just want to get places. We served over 928,000 people last year, so that shows that it's a service that is well utilized and it remains free to ride. When the drivers see everyone, I hope they feel appreciation. It's one of those thankless jobs, and I hope this brings a little more thanks to their job. It's your reminder to say thanks to a transit driver this week and every day.
I'll have to check out this event next year, and maybe you guys can come out too. Now we're halfway through this episode of County Perspective, so we're going to take a short break. But when we return, we'll dive deeper into Frederick County Sheriff's Office fingerprinting program. See you in a few minutes. Hello everyone and welcome back to County Perspective. In a few minutes, we're going to learn more about the Frederick County Sheriff's Office fingerprinting program. But before we dive into that, I think it's time to see some fur babies in this episode of Adorable Adoptables.
While it may not be love at first sight with Orbit, your patience will pay off with this fun lab mix. The 4-year-old loves to play, whether it's a game of fetch or he's going crazy with his stuffies. He's good on leash unless he encounters wildlife, which he is sure to chase off, and can't get enough of all the smells nature has to offer. If you're looking for a canine partner for nose work, Orbit might be the perfect dog for you. When he's run off all his energy, this handsome guy enjoys affection, especially face massages. Orbit is better suited for life as an only pet given his high prey drive and prefers women to men when it comes to his canine and human friends. To learn more about Orbit and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
Are you looking to become a teacher, enroll in childcare, become a nurse? Whatever the case might be, you might find yourself needing to get fingerprints. And if you do, come to the Frederick County Sheriff's Office. They'll have you in and out.
The Sheriff's Office is all about public service, so we try to serve the citizens of this county as best we can. One of the services that we're able to offer is the fingerprinting. We offer fingerprint services here Tuesday through Friday, and the schedule is from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. in the evenings. So our fingerprint unit consists of 3 part-time employees that work the schedule of Tuesday through Friday. The state mandates the fingerprinting fees, which are $12 to $30. It depends on the type of service, so the reason you're being fingerprinted is what the state sets the fee as. Here at the Sheriff's Office, we charge a $20 administrative fee for conducting the service. The common ones are childcare, employment purposes, the wear carry permitting through the state police, where you can apply for a permitting for a handgun, that kind of stuff. They're some of the most common ones, but there's a whole list. I don't have them all memorized, but there's buku of reasons. A lot of them for employment, nursing, where they have to come in and be fingerprinted. An example that was just given today was a traveling nurse. So she came in with a handful of cards. So because she travels different state to state, so each one of them requires fingerprinting. You have a database that's correctly identifying who that individual is. It can identify red flags, and depending what type of employment or what type of licensing that you're applying for through the state, etc., or the wear and carry class, then it would do a background check on people and to make sure that they are in fact qualified. They do meet the minimum standards to be able to obtain that license or that employment. So yeah, it goes into a database and they're stored pretty much forever. So if you look at your fingers, you'll see like little lines, little like circles and all kinds of different designs on the end. To me, it kind of reminds me of like the old time burners on a stove. It had those, metal rings going around it. Basically your finger's kind of the same thing. Every individual fingerprint is different. So you'll never have the same fingerprint of 2 individuals. That's how people are so easily identifiable by good fingerprints. The Sheriff's Office website, you go to services and then you click on the fingerprint link, and then at that point it gives you all the instructions and information that you need to do the fingerprinting. It tells you how to apply for fingerprinting. There's actually a quick link. It says schedule appointment. You would click on that and then you go to the date and a time that you would like to do. They're set up in 10-minute increments. So depending on the type of service, you may need to take more than one 10-minute block, and it gives you those instructions, what you need to apply for or schedule. On the live scan system, it works off electronic digital imprint of one's fingerprint. So once they go in, it usually takes about 10 minutes start to finish. That's doing both hands, thumbs, and all 4 fingers on each hand. Taking a guess, I'd say about the last 10 years, it started being implemented and going to live scan stuff. But prior to that, it was all ink and hard paper copies. So you had either an ink pad, and then you had to squeeze a tube of ink onto a pad, and then you would roll the person's finger in it, and then you would roll it onto the paper. Now the digital it's much faster. You get a faster return, you get a faster acknowledgement of whether it's a good print or not. So the old kind, once you got the cards filled out, you have all the ink rolled onto it, then you had to mail them, you had to send them in. So then they had to be reviewed. So you didn't know if the print was bad right up front like you do with a live scan, then you would get the kickback and say, you know, you had to have them redone. Then the people would have to reschedule, come in here and have them redone. So it's a much faster process, and you get a much faster return back on the results, whether the results are going to the FBI or they're going to the Maryland system or both. We're accessible to the public, you know, so everything, it's easy to go online, log on your appointments, select your time, come in here. The ladies are friendly up front. You know, our job is customer service, to provide the best service to the citizens of our county that we can. And this is just one way we can do that.
Let's move right into this episode's calendar of events to see what activities and programs county agencies are hosting in the next few weeks. To find out more about future events and activities, visit frederickcountymd.gov. It's almost time to wrap up this episode of County Perspective, so let me share some final news with you. Recently, Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater announced the release of the county's first ever procurement disparity study that identifies potential barriers in government contracting. Conducted with MGT Impact Solutions, the study analyzed 5 years of data and found that minority and women-owned businesses make up over 17% of available firms, but receive just over 4% of county spending. While most businesses reported no direct discrimination, some cited challenges like limited access to capital and complex requirements. Officials say the county will now focus on race-neutral strategies to expand opportunities, include a new small business program, community input sessions, and a task force to guide next steps. The full report is available online at frederickcountymd.gov/disparity study. On April 26, Frederick County Government's FCG Fix-It staff will be at the Flying Cows game. Let's roll the video to find out more.
Oh man, how do I fix this? FCG Fix-It? Holy cow, that's a great idea. That was fast.
Do you love birds? Do you think that Frederick County needs an official bird? We're asking residents to help choose the county's official signature bird as part of our ongoing recognition as Maryland's first bird county. The 6 candidates include the American kestrel, pileated woodpecker, northern cardinal, American goldfinch, blue jay, and American robin. The initiative aims to highlight local wildlife and promote conservation awareness across the county. Voting is open through April 30th on the county's website, with the winning bird to be announced ahead of World Migratory Bird Day on May 9th. To vote for Frederick County's official bird, visit frederickcountymd.gov/birdcounty. Super cute. I think I'm gonna vote for the cardinal. Just saying. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode of County Perspective. If you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, follow Frederick County on social media at FredCoGovMD. And we'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care, everyone.